Good morning. Hi, Paul Belt here once again. 2 weeks to the day. It was 2 weeks ago today that I was passing by this field that had seedlings that were, well, about 3 or 4 inches tall. And literally 14 days later, I want to show you how big they are, because I want to encourage and instill in you who will take the moments to watch and listen to this video, and in myself. All this is for me as well. Now, it's not just a, wow, be communicating to people out there. It's although that's what I like to do. My experience is anytime I put myself to study something than to teach it, the teacher learns more than the student in the preparation, in the getting it together. That's been my life experience over the last 40 years. So I'm about to reveal this. You ready for this? Because this is pretty amazing. These seedlings have quadrupled in size. Can you see that? Look at this. They're no longer just 3-4 inches tall. They're approaching a good 12 to 14 inches. A whole field of them. And remember that amazing barn? Well, it's still pretty amazing. Falling down, worn down, wore out. So here's this new life of growth seedlings. The soil's been prepared, the nutrients have been added, water's been given, and seeds have been planted, and now they're growing. And so the whole point of this is to remind you and I of the things that have been put into our lives that we choose. We're quite different than seeds. This field of corn didn't ask to be a field of corn. Someone by design put it there. By design, you and I are able to grow. We're able to grow dreams in us. We're able to grow physically. This very week, I believe it's called the Children's Hospital of Illinois, had a press conference to let people know about a 2-year-old little girl, Hannah, who was born in Korea. Apparently American father, Korean mom. She was born without a trachea, without a windpipe. Most babies that are born with this abnormality will die. And that's what they were going to do. That doctors told them that you should just let nature take its course. And a doctor from Illinois happened to be in Seoul, Korea, when this child was a month old. And he went back apparently 6 months later because he had some kind of business trip. And two things had happened. One, he saw this little girl smiling, just full of life, at just 6 months old. And he said, my heart was filled with compassion. I have to do something. And the parents came to him. The second thing was this. First, the compassion happened for him. Second was, the parents said, we've been doing some research, and we've discovered that there's been some regeneration breakthroughs. This doctor in Stockholm, Sweden, with stem cells has had some amazing results. Could our daughter have that? This doctor came back to America and started applying himself to figure out how that would happen. 2 months ago, they implanted in her a new windpipe made out of stem cells taken from her bone marrow, put on a little frame that made out of nano-sized plastic, he explained, and it grew in a week to a windpipe. They inserted the windpipe. This little girl, who's 2 years old now, breathes on her own, can feed on her own. They said, you know what, there's a voice box in here. She's going to be able to talk. Wow. The resource was already designed in her. You and I have a resource designed in us. God has built us with a design. And then what are we planting? What are we nurturing? What are we allowing the soil of our heart and mind to be prepared to grow? And so that's my whole point today is this. God has a plan. God has a harvest that hasn't, not limited to the financial side of things, the prosperity we think. Prosperity is a mind and a heart and a life that's full. And that happens because we have hope and we spend time allowing good things to be planted into us, heart, mind, soul, body, so that out of that will come good things. Things that seem impossible. That miracle for that little girl took a design which is absolutely miraculous. Our bodies are absolutely incredible. We still have not tapped the full resource. And two, an amazing amount of compassion by this doctor say, there's something we can do. And the result is an absolute miracle. What kind of miracle are you looking for in your life today? That may just need some better seed, may need your hearts and mind to be prepared better. More than anything else, probably needs hope to look into the future and not despair about, things are crumbling behind us, in me. New future, new hope, new seed, new harvest. It's all waiting for us. God bless you.